naye mbere bakakamu abetisa lumujja okutuuka gye mulaga kama tubeera omukisa.
Akakiiko mukakubire engalo ez'amaanyi. Banayi mugende mwetulire. Emabega bamuyita Kayabula ye sekuritale. Yafuna embooka ezimala. People power. Ndowooza kati muwulidde. Mukoze eki? Eno processi. Eno ki? Temwonoona. Eriyo n'abakubamu ttooki nga taayitewo n'agaa kati kanumbe chairman bw'omulumba ajja kukuleka. Don't blackmail people. Don't blackmail people. Temu blackmailing abantu. Abantu basobola okuteekawo narrative neeyagala etuukewo n'okutuukawo. Nalaye bagaa chairman Nyanzi ali mu foreign affairs. Kati ate mumuteeka mu byakulonda. Akakiiko mukalabi kabadde wano. Ekyokubiri tebababba. Tebakola ki? Tebababba. Ne mumanya gaffe Mr. President babbiramu abantu. That is a fact. Naye abantu nabo bababba mu ngeri y'enkyamu. Oli n'akubbira ku geeti ng'ate wayise ali mu ofiisi. Abantu babatwala ku geeti ne bamugamba gundi yagambye kaadi g'ogiira njagala million 10. It is happening. Naye nga n'akuyise si WNUP, tabangako WNUP, ali mu kufera buki? So ensonga zonna zigwera mu kakiiko kaki? Bw'oba olina issue yonna genda mu kakiiko k'ebyaki? K'ebyokulonda. Yenkola enguunyufu. So bw'oba oyagala kuba mukulembeze, beera muyigirize ekimala. To blackmailing abantu ng'olina muyigirize. Yita mu processes eki? Entuufu. Kuba bw'oba oyagala kifo nga ky'amaanyi nga kyakubanga otwale n'empapula z'obuyigirize. Naye toyinza kubanga tomanyi mpenda ziyitibwamu kwemulugunya. Abamu mulimu kukikola mu ngeri tubeesooke. Mudda tunaayanukula naye naffe tubalaba ate tubamanyi. Nabagamba ku NUP President ne Secretariat ebyuma bye baasinga okuteekamu ssente byakuketta. Tubeeri nga muli eyo nga naye naffe tukola ki? Tuketta. So mwebeerere mu people power, our power. Nyanzi wakubya akataayi ako kalungi bannange. Imirira bakalabe. Amina. People power. Mukirize mpite Secretary General ajje ayogere ku gye tuli. Banange mpulire mugamba Kampala Central. Mu Luganda bagamba mu kibuga wakati. People power. Our power. People power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. Thank you very much, Mr. President, your Deputy President, leader of our parliamentary team, members of NEC, members of Parliament, all leaders present here, foot soldiers, everybody who is here today. We are delighted to be here. I'm going to raise only 2 issues and then invite other speakers. The first one is to throw more light on this issue of harmonization. We've been hearing a lot of complaints and social media issues about harmonization, and we wanted to clarify that harmonization is something we believe in as a national unity platform. But harmonization is voluntary. You go into harmonization if you want to be harmonized with other leaders. If you do not want harmonization to happen, no one will compel you to be in that exercise. That is number one. So this idea that someone has told someone by force to leave a position and go to another is not there in the national unity platform. So harmonization is voluntary. We have 2 forms of harmonization. The first one is candidate-led harmonization. Candidate-led harmonization means that you might be 4 candidates running for the same position. 4 of you may come together, or 2 of you may come together, or 3 of you may come together. Because if we are 4 candidates and we are not able to, for one reason or the other, get all the 4 candidates, the 2 of us may sit or 3 of us may sit and try to harmonize ourselves. But when you harmonize, that does not in any way guarantee you the ticket. The EMC has told you that harmonization
may only help you increase your chances in some cases, but it does not guarantee you the ticket. We also have the party-led harmonization. Party-led harmonization, the Election Management Committee, we are calling it Pontius Pilot. It will make the final decision through vetting. But we want to harmonize. If you look at the statistics, for example, that they have read, you notice that at MP level, there are very many people. But at LC5 and other positions, there are fewer people. So the president has tasked the deputy presidents of the regions to take lead of the party-led harmonization. It is also voluntary. The deputy presidents may work with other people under them to do that function. Because the deputy president of Uganda may not be everywhere, in Rakai, in wherever, but the deputy president may assign some people to assist him in that function. If, for example, we have 5 candidates running for MP, a meeting can sit and one of you is encouraged to go for mayor. But if you insist and say, I want to remain in the race for MP, they are not going to compel you to go there. Those of you who have gone to court, you know the process called mediation. It is voluntary. You go into mediation. If you refuse, the matter goes back to the judge, and the judge makes a decision. So that is, the judge in this case is who? PMC. So I hope it is very, very clear. So one is candidate-led harmonization, and then we shall have what we call party-led harmonization. And that party-led harmonization has also a time limit, like the EMC has told you, so that then they go into the vetting exercise. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, people have been asking us why NUP of all parties in this country did not ask money from prospective candidates. The leadership of the National Unity Platform, under the guidance of the President, took a decision that we should give opportunity to everybody to come and run under the National Unity Platform. And it was agreed that we should not discriminate against anybody on account of their socio-economic status. We want people, there are people in this country, ladies and gentlemen, who cannot even afford a meal. Those of us who have traveled to places in every region almost in this country, there are places where people cannot even afford a meal. When we were in Dokolo, in by-elections, you would find some of our elderly citizens standing up just asking you for 500 shillings. 500 shillings. But you find that that person also wants to be a leader. So the National Unity Platform took a decision that everybody should be given an opportunity to be a leader within the National Unity Platform. However, as you're still clapping, however, NUP also needs money. We are going to have an election coming up, and as you know, the election is very, very expensive. I will remind you that in the last election, ACFIM, the Alliance for Finance Monitoring for Campaigns, indicated that NUP spent 3 billion shillings in that last election, and NRM spent over 900 billion. So you can compare and contrast. That one party spent over 900 and another party spent 3. But we also defeated them, and they had to resort to stealing, even after investing all that money. So, ladies and gentlemen, the National Unity Platform, beginning Monday next week, will be will be accepting contributions towards our election campaign. We are going to launch the election campaign. We are going to launch fundraising for election campaign next week. So, I don't want to sound like a pastor. These days there has been a video running around of me preaching. So it's the pastors who normally say, next Sunday come with your seed. So I don't want to sound like that, but you go and prepare yourself so that at the start of next week, you're able to contribute towards our campaign. Campaigns are very, very expensive, but we want to make it voluntary. Are we together? So we are going to have a fundraising event where all of you are encouraged to come and participate and raise money for the campaign. You can see, for example, we have many candidates who we are nominating, who we have attracted from different places, but some of those people cannot even afford posters. So we need to give them a push. Those who can afford we'll bring in funds to support those other comrades. But also, you know that when the campaign starts, we normally move with a campaign team. They need their fuel, they need to eat. So the campaign is very, very expensive. So I will not be shy to tell you to give generously. Honorable Nyeko, I saw you being filled with the anointing the other day. So that day, hopefully you'll also. Chogere ne mu Uganda sebo. Naye tekimuswaza kya kabinyo. People power, katikambize mu Uganda very briefly. Ensonga ndi wakwogera ku bbiri ekisooka ensonga gye tuyita harmonization oba okukwatagana kw'abantu baffe. Basebo ne banyabo, olukiiko lwaffe olw'ebyokulonda lwe bayita Election Management Committee, ffe tuluyita Piraato, nti lwe lugenda okusala ki omusango eggoye esembera eddala. Wali akakiiko kafa k'ebyokulonda kagenda kukola vetting bwe muba abantu 3-4 kasaleko ani agwanidde kufuna tiketi y'ekibiina. Naye nga tetunatuuka eyo, tubadde tubasaba nti mmwe bakandideti baffe abasobola okukwatagana mukwatagane, mutwanguyizeemu ate n'ekirala tusobole okubeera ku bifo byonna byonna. Muwulidde statistics ze basomye ng'abasinga wano mwegwanyiza bwamemba ba parliament. Ebifo ebimu nga LC5 chairman owulira abantu bakyali batono. Ogenda n'olaba district emu ng'abantu katugambe abantu 8 beesimbye ku kifo ky'obubaka bwa parliament. Naye n'osanga mu district eno yennyini nga tetunafuna candidate owa LC5 chairperson oba ng'oyo candidate aliko munafu nnyo. Kitegeeza ki ekyo? Nti ekibiina kirina emitendera ebiri. Ekisooka mwe nga bakandidate musobola okutuula. Bwe muba candidate 8 ne mutuula ne musalawo nti mumanyi ki ono kagende ku kifo kino ono agende ku kifo kiri to increasing chances zaffe. Kubanga harmonization ekisooka nabagambye ogigendamu nga weeyagalidde tebakukaka. Tubadde tuwulira nti nze bankase okuva ku kifo kino awo muba mulimba. Kubanga harmonization yonna musobola okutuula mwe nga bakandidate gye tuyita candidate harmonization ne mukwatagana ne musalawo nti tubadde 5 ku kifo ky'obwa MP ono omu kagende kuba meeya. Naye bwe muba mutudde ne mugamba ono agende kuba meeya, muyinza okwesanga ne kuba meeya waliwo abalala baliyo. Kati kiba tekitegeeza nti mwe ababiri abatudde oba abasatu nti ono gwe musanze wano automatically mukoze eki? Kubanga era waali. Kakati kiba kitegeeza erinnya lyo naaga g'osanzeeko gagenda kusindikibwa mu kakiiko k'ebyokulonda kakole vetting, kaba vetting kalabe ani omutuufu ani asinga ku banne. So kansubire ekyo kitegeerekese bulungi nnyo. Then ne mbagamba abasewo ne banyabo nti tulina nekye tuyita party-led harmonization oba okukwatagana ekibiina kwe kigenda okugezaako okukola ekyokulabirako. Era president yataskize badeputies be 4 mu regions ez'enjawulo. Kambabuuze deputy wa Buganda bamuyita ani basewo ne banyabo? Mutegeko kawonalebo namwe bamuyita ani? Deputy president wa Northern Uganda bamuyita ani? Dr. Temukerabidde. Ono ayinza okubasumbuwa. Deputy wa Western Uganda amanya go gonna 3 bamuyita ani? 3 gonna ngeetaaga. Honorable Jole Jacqueline tukamushaba. Deputy President wa Eastern Uganda yani? Honorable Nambeshe John Baptist. Kakata wa President abakwasisa obuvunaanyizibwa okukulemberamu mu kugezaako okukwataganya bakandidate baffe ekyo kye tuyita harmonization. So Deputy President baffe abo bajja kutwala obuvunaanyizibwa obwo bakommunicatinge eri abantu ab'enjawulo. Ate n'ekirala muyinza okubeera nga muli eyo muwulira mwagala kubeera harmonized nga temuyina mediator, mutuukirire offices zetwogeddeko si kakiiko k'ebyokulonda kubanga oyo judge. Kakati bano bagenda kubanga bakola ng'aba mediator. So tulowooza ensonga eyo mukitegedde mwena n'abamawulire ne bakitegeera. Tetwagala okuddamu okulira abantu bagamba gundi yampise n'angamba va ku kifo kino ogende ku kiri kubanga ekyo tekiriiyo mu NUP. Ekitegedde ffenna kale ekisembayo mbategeezezza abasawo ne banyabo nti NUP kyekibiina kyokka mu Uganda ekyavaayo ne kisalawo nti okwesimbawo mu NUP oba okulwanira okwesimba kufuna tiketi y'ekibiina tolina kusasula ne bwe ziba $100. Ekyo twakikola nga tuyimiridde ku mbeera y'Abannayuganda, kubanga basewo ne banyabo ffe abali wano tuyinza okuba nga tulinamu ku kyolo, naye abantu baffe abamu mu regions ezimu baavu nnyo otuukayo nga tebalina kyolo, tebalina kyakulya, tebalina kyonna so ekisalawo nti abantu abo bonna tubawe omukisa basobole okwesimbawo ku bifo ebyenjawulo. So ne twebuuza, mulaba abo kati ng'aba NRM n'osalawo omuntu 3,000,000 okwesimba kuwa MP, n'oddamu n'omusaba 3,000,000 Electoral Commission, kubanga jjukira mu kibiina babasaba 3,000,000 ate ne baddamu ne babasaba 3,000,000 eza Electoral Commission bwaba bayiseewo. Kyetulowooza nti kiri unfair, tekikirizibwa, naye ekyo tekitegeeza basewo ne banyabo nti NUP teyeetaaga ki ssente. In fact fe abasinga okwetaaga ki ssente, kubanga baba NRM bo bwe bafuuka yala bagenda mu kibbo ky'eggwanga ne bajjayo ssente. Kyova olaba juuzi mu kalulu akago bagamba nti bo bakozesa biliyoni ezisukka mu 9, NUP nekozesa biliyoni 3 zokka. Kati compare and contrast. Naye ne baba bakozesa ssente nnyingi nnyo twabawangula era ne batubba bubbi ne baleeta kyati ne bakola ki. Kitegeeza kyekyo nti twetaaga ssente basewo ne banyabo, era okutandika ne Monday next week tujja kutandika fundraising drive. Tubasaba bwe tubayitako ogwo omukolo ogw'okulonkinga fundraising yaffe mujje n'amagya agawerako nno, naye gali voluntary, teri gwe tugenda okukola ki okukaka. So bw'oba oyagala kuyambako ku campaign eyo, campaign weba etandise, twetaaga amafuta. Mulaba tulina abakandidate bangi, abamu twetaaga kunominatinga kubayambako mu nomination fees, twetaaga kuyambako abamu. Mukimanyi campaign weba expensive n'ebyetaagisa byonna. N'olwekyo tubasaba ekiseera ekyo bwe kituuka ne tubayita mujje ne ssente tusobole okutambuza campaign yaffe. Kampite leader wa parliamentary team yaffe ajje naye abyogere. People power, our power.
SG kati n'oluzungu agenda alwerabira ayogera alugeto mbukyolo sajja wa Kampala Central no. People power, our power, NUP everywhere. Mr. President, your deputies, our SP, our NEC, colleague leaders at various levels, ladies and gentlemen, it's good we're meeting here to just keep updating ourselves, ready ourselves for the upcoming election. It's good we are doing all we can to put our house in order, the harmonization, the tranquility that we need to brace ourselves. You see, of late, I'm sure you have been seeing, there is lots of attacks against NUP as a political party. Not just by the NRM, which we want to unseat, but there are some other groups here and there. They're not very big, really, but there's some groups and formations. Their agenda is NUP. They'll form whether it be a small party here, a small group here, and so on. Their target is NUP. Why? Because they know that we are the ones who are serious to transform this our country. And that's why they'll throw all manner of things at us. You know, a mango tree that has got ripe mangoes is the one that will be hit with literally everything. Stones, I don't know, rocks, and so on. My appeal to us is that we don't get dissuaded, we don't get diverted by these small groups, because for them their agenda is NUP, not NRM. It is NUP, so they'll form, whether it be whatever the case might be. Let's not make them our agenda. We know what our agenda is. We know who has the ball. We know who is in power, and that's the one we want to unseat. Mr. Museveni gets happy when he diverts us, especially us as NUP, because he knows we are the ones who beat him and we are going to beat him thoroughly this time round. So I just want to appeal to us, let's not lose focus. Let's not get diverted. Let our concern, our focus be the NRM, which we want to unseat. The small groups, it's okay for them to focus on us. That's their business. That should not be our business. Because I'll tell you what, this country is looking to us for leadership. They are looking to us for leadership, and we must be able to offer that. Recently, the arts teachers, you saw what they have been going through. They even staged a sit-down strike, and they were right saying, look, we demand to be paid better. These are things we have deliberated about in Parliament and elsewhere. And we joined them, they were reaching out to us and saying, please fight for us. We said we shall. We have been fighting. We'll fight some more, because it's not right for government to say teachers who are equally qualified at degree level, if you are an arts teacher, you will earn 4 times more than your colleagues who did arts. How does that make sense? Honestly, because you're all at degree level. You all teach the same man hours, but one is earning 4 times the other. It's not right. And we're saying, let's have equal pay for these people. When the science teachers retire, their pension on a monthly basis is twice the basic salary of an arts teacher. And so we said we'll put up resistance on your behalf as well. But unfortunately for them, they called their leaders. Mr. Museveni called their leaders yesterday, sat them down, intimidated them, and so on. And now they are saying, okay, we are going back to class to teach, because they have promised us in the other financial year, they'll give us money, they will increase our pay. That's the same promise that was given to them last year, the other year, and the other year. They've given up. Very sadly. Of course, it's unfortunate, because you want to fight for people who are also fighting. Otherwise, when you fight for people who don't want to fight for themselves, who give up, it becomes problematic. But they are saying we have given up on this regime. Maybe let's wait for the next one to take care of us. So they are looking to you and I. Hopefully we can be able to do that for them. We've seen what's happened with the prices of coffee. It's become a very problematic situation. We were here, we told them, we said, you people, let's fight together. This issue here is going to come to bite you. And you saw those who were saying, make sure these Uganda don't get the numbers. Now you can see what's happening. Of course, yes, other price, countries, Brazil and so on, now have a better. We had an entity here which was not perfect, but it was trying hard to make sure standards are regulated so that we can compete globally and also to negotiate better prices and so on. That entity is no longer in place. So they said, no, we shall take this matter back to the ministry. What's the ministry doing about it? Nothing. So you coffee growers across the country, you see what this government did to your coffee. That's why we need to boot these fellows out. They don't care at all. So the people of Uganda are looking to us as the National Unity Platform. Let's get ready. Let's hit the ground running. Show them that we have got what it takes to lead at all levels to make this happen. So, Mr. President, ekigambo president mu Luganda kiba ki? Kiba president. President. So, kisigala? Bachanjawulo mukko. Ayi. So, Mr. President, abamyuka ba president. Okulembeze ffenna SG n'abalala. Kirungi tuzeemu ne tusinkana wano tulina bye twetaaga tutereeze. Boogedde ku harmonizing n'ebirala byonna twetereeze tuve mu butalotalo kubanga eggwanga litutunuulidde. Waliwo abantu nga bo agenda eyaabwe kulwanyisa NUP. Bajja kukola obubondo, bajja tandikayo ebibiina, si kulwanyisa gavumenti eri mu bukulembeze eya NRM. Omulamwa gwabwe kulwanyisa NUP. Ekyo nno banna ekituzeemu amaanyi. Kubanga kitegeeza yeffe bannaggwano. Yeffe ab'amaanyi tovudde olaba bateekawo obuntu otubalwanyise ffe. Museveni ye bamuvaako. Bakola zi press conferences ne bakola enkuŋŋaana kigambo kimu bibiri NUP si NRM. Naye kati ffe kye tulina okukola ate abantu abo ffe tetubawa nnyo attention kubanga ffe omulabe gwe tumanyi political omulabe waffe ali mu State House n'ekibiina kye twagala okujja mu buyinza la NRM abo batuteekako essira bano baleme tudaivatinga kuba si be balina n'omupiira kati baagala oba oliawo ye pulaani ya gavumenti eno ya Mwai Museveni kakati atondewo bali balwanyise ffe naffe tutandike kati buli kiseera tulwanyisa bo Mwai Museveni tumuveeko bannaye tetusuula step tetuva ku mulamwa omuntu alina omupiira ye Mwai Museveni ne gavumenti abo be tulina okulwanyisa politically tubajjewo bano abalala baleme tujja ku mulamwa kubanga oluusi kibeerawo ateeka agenda yaabwe kyofudola buli kye bakola batandikawo bakiki kulwanyisa NUP bannaffe tubeere focused tuleme kukkiriza kutuwabya kutujja ku mulamwa kubanga eggwanga litunuulidde litusuubiramu obukulembeze batulinayo ebintu bizibu bingi badde njogera ku basomesa aba arts juzi baali beekalakaasa lw'akasaala akatono kubanga omusomesa wa sciences bamuwa omusaala ogukubisaamu ogwa arts emirundi ena ate ffe tetugamba nti aba sciences babateme actually twasanyuka nga omusaala gwabwe bagwongeza kuba bulijjo betwogereko naye twagamba nti ate mukikola kubamu bokka bonna naye kati olwokuba gavumenti eno yeemanyi bya divide and rule lega nti kakati katwongeze okwabano bakubagane ne bannangu abasomesa aba arts abalabe bammwesibe basomesa ba sciences tuleme kitwala bwe kityo omulabe wammwe ye gavumenti eno etagala bafaako era tutandika ne tukuba emmeeza mu paalamenti wanga abasomesa batukubira amasimu mwongezeemu amaanyi ekyennaku Mwai Museveni yabayise n'abakangakanga okulembeze baabwe kakati babudde ne bagamba nti akendiimo tukayimiriza katuddeyo tusomese kubanga batusuubizza gye bujjeeyo oba ddi bajja twongeza omusaala babasuubizayo batyo omwaka oguwedde naguli naye of course kati bapondoose tuza nabo bagamba nti eno gavumenti ya Mwai Museveni tugivuddeko tetufaako katulindirire gavumenti enajja eyaffe baba bapondoose so bade tukole butaweera kuba abantu bangi batutunuulidde batusuubiramu kinene mujjukira entalo z'emmwanyi netulwana ne bakuba ababaka ne bakola ki ne bakuba bannamawulire babakuba n'ebirala bwe bityo bakola mu nsonga za UCDA kati ebbeeyi y'emmwanyi yagwiridde ddala by the way tekirinaba ekyakka of course amawanga amalanga Brazil kakati emmwanyi yaabwe yeeyongera naye kati ekitongole ffe kitwali tulina ekyali kituyamba okuregulatinga standards omutindo okulaba nti omutindo gwaffe naffe guli ku international map tusobola okompitinga ne bannaffe abalala bakijjawo kyali kiyamba ne ku nsonga z'ebbeeyi n'ebirala kati bagamba nti tubize ku ministry egyo bikolako yes ekitongole tekyali perfect nga kituukiridde nnyo naye kyali kitambuza ensonga zino kati yadda ku ministry tewali kigenda mu maaso kati abalimi b'emmwanyi abali mu bitundu by'eggwanga eby'enjawulo byonna mumanyi ani yayonoona emmwanyi yammwe no gavumenti tebafaako so banne tulwane butaweera okulaba nti tukyusa embeera eno obukulembeze bukyuke emirembe eggwanga lyaffe tulitereeze kisobokera ddala era nga tugenda kikola nga Mukama emulenzi waffe munzikirize ite deputy president waffe in charge of Uganda ajja ayogereko gye tuli se oba kututisa obuvunaanyizibwa obunene onotutuuza n'otuharmonizinga tuli eyo twesoganya kakati nziniza akasimu kwe kosi naye nina nvuganya wano oba waba gyalise butuyite otutuuse se wayogera gye tuli then oba onomaliza tutule president
kale mwenkubireko omugalo nange people power ebiseera ebisinga bye bampita okuyita president my job is normally very simple is to warm the audience for the president. I intend to do exactly that. But I'll take this opportunity to say one or two things. One, in Masaka, was it on Sunday? Yes. I told the people of Masaka, politics, okay, campaigns inherently is a disagreement. When you talk about a campaign, when you talk about more than one candidate, it is inherently a disagreement, and disagreements inherently divide. That's a given fact. Therefore, it is only the good, healthy challenge for a party like a National Unity Platform to have a competition. But inherently, it may bring divisions. Therefore, the task of the leadership is to harmonize and harness those divisions and mitigate the fallout. So we intend exactly to ensure that much as we are going to compete, never forget we are a family. We are a one family. We are a National Unity Platform. Every single day you view me as your opponent, see me as a brother and as a sister, to minimize divisions. But I also gave them a proverb of King, is it Solomon? King what? Solomon. Two ladies had an argument who the real mother was for the kid. So they quarreled and quarreled on top of their voices and took the kid to the king to decide who exactly is the true mother. So the king, wise as he was, he asked each one of them, and all of them were crying, and there was no DNA at that time. So what this man did was simple. He brought a sharp knife and said, okay, let us divide this kid so that each of you can take part of the kid. And as he was about to do it, the real mother said, okay, if it takes to kill my child, you take that child. And King Solomon knew this was a real mother. He gave the kid to the real mother. Therefore, whoever has a high, in terms of patriotic ranking, if you are really a true National Unity Platform, you may be the one called in to give in. That is what Mosh did in Masaka Chimanya Kavule. Right now we are speaking about Omoyo Gwa Mosh. Omoyo Gwani. So we are encouraging each one of you in your own way, please love National Unity Platform and lead from home. And that's what it will take. Even if the Electoral Commission scores you and comes up with a true candidate, still we shall have the role to ensure we harmonize your supporters. The message also goes to supporters of various candidates. Forget that at first you are a member of the National Unity Platform before you become a supporter of Sahara. Before you become a supporter of Mwanga Chichi Chivumbi, you are a member of National Unity Platform. So whatever decision the National Unity Platform will take, please ensure you do the needful. Lastly, people talk about Museveni. That Jenny. I have been so lucky in life. When I entered Parliament, I started on a committee of local government, PAC. Later on, I served as the Shadow Minister for Internal Affairs for 7 years. 2 years served as a Finance Shadow Minister. Now, I'm so lucky that I'm the chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee. On top of being the deputy what? President. Let me tell you about Museveni. Museveni kati kalya mabanja. Kalya machi? Actually, mumusanga mugambe gwe guy oli kalya machi? Even sente zisasudde omusaala gw'omwezi guno yeewoze neewole. Buli omu kumwe n'omwana omuto gwe mwalese ewaka. Today bamubanja $3 million. kijja kututwalira emyaka 9 okusasula amabanja betuna tetulidde malala. So all of us will be dead. Abali wano nga mabanja ga Museveni ge yeewoze tetunagasasula. Oyo gayi ebyenfuna byamulema. N'olwekyo President waffe Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Uganda gyagenda okutwala yeggwanga Museveni gyafudde buli omu kibamubanja sente milioni meka 3. Naye oyo gaaya amabanja milioni 3 buli lunaku akozesa bilioni 3.5. Yo ng'omuntu ayina classified budget ya Ministry of Defense omwaka guno ogujja egenda kwera ya 6 trillion. 6 trillion because akozesa sente zaffe eza classified ogenda okugulirira abaki abalonzi. Ekiruma ezo sente tetuzirina mu musolo tugenda bugenzi kuzikola ki kuzeewola. Kati ffe twewole Museveni atugulirire ate tumuwe obuki obululu. Tuli basiru kwenkanawo. Gai tufune banja atuwe atugulirire ate tumuwe obuki obululu. N'olwekyo njagala mwenna abali abatuuliriza to simply know that this is a do or die. This election is not usual. Uganda cannot afford 5 more years of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And if we fail, what we are waiting for is very clear. Today, if any of you goes to the airport today, you are going to find a group of young men and women going nowhere. Going where? To the Arab world, in a desert, to do the odd jobs. And those ones have from senior 6 up to master's degree. That's a caliber that goes out of the country. Senior 6 up to master's what? Degree. All of you are aware today, if you have a child or a sick parent or a sick brother and sister, and you want to go to any government hospital, if you don't have money, you're not even, they call it consultancy. They will not even look at you. How do you go to Monaco and the first thing you do is a bank and Uganda Revenue Authority? Even to park there, you pay. To enter university, you pay. So guys, gentlemen, do you have a choice? Let's get rid of this gentleman yesterday. As I said, my role is simple. I'm going to be moving around Central Region, Mr. President. That's where the big task is. I'm now ready. I don't need any of your fuel. I don't need anything. Whatever constituency that needs me, I'll be there. Good enough, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm winding up my parliamentary work of PAC. From August, I'm around full time. I'll be here at this headquarters to sort out Central Region. Because once you sort out Central Region, Museveni is gone. And we are going to ensure we sort. Don't worry about background music. Don't about, yes, by the way, you are narrating, I have information. And I better tell you, he's investing 30 billion to disorganize National Unity Platform. And some groups have already received that money. And we are aware of. But we are going to tell you, even if you bring Jesus Christ to try to disorganize National Unity Platform and bribed by you, he will not succeed. Even if you bribe anybody in Uganda, they are simply eating your money. Abantu ba Uganda babuuka ki da. Abantu ba Uganda babuuka ki da. Those are busy people wasting your time. Don't mention names. The fact that you know the names, then you know he's investing. It's a wrong investment. I'm a consultant in investment. You cannot invest in a product that is already branded. Can you? How do you invest in a product that is already having defective? and then you invest your money there. What kind of investor are you? They are saying this good has already gone bad, and then you invest your money there. Then, my friend, your economics is neither here nor there. So your investment of money is going to fail. He has also invested in intimidation. That's why Eddie Mutwe is not with us. That's why Achille is not what? Even if you keep them in the basement, those of us who are not in the basement and in the prison are going to take you out. The only comfort Eddie Mutwe, Achille, others, Chibalama can get if every single day we work our socks out to ensure that in 7 now what will is sacrifice. Some of you have to die. For with some Christians, where I said, even if you bring Jesus, no, Jesus' name can't come in here. Even if you bring who? Even if you bribe who? Even if you bring back a Gaddafi to ask bribe whoever you think and has eaten a bribe, the people of Uganda are beyond being bribed. Let me take this opportunity, a unique one as such. Let us all stand up. People power. NUP is our president. People power is our power. Our power, the people power.
Thank you very much, Comrade Deputy President. People power! Our power! And everyone if